welcome back to In His Mind. For the video for today, I have been trying for the entire past month to record this mission that caught my eye, but was unable to simply because the Xbox capture limit is 5 minutes. I just could not get it done within 5 minutes. It is this one particular mission that I wanted to spend a couple minutes talking about it's worth a moment or two of your time. And yes, there is a humorous aspect as well as a serious aspect. But overall, it's not something I've seen before. Therapy in video games, I want to say, usually tends to be towards veterans and those with disabilities and needs. Like with motor functions, for example, and learning how to detect threats, mainly is what it seems that any sort of therapy with video games would deal with, so to speak. Hand-eye coordination would tie in there somewhere as well. But in short, this is a bit of a spoiler alert here. In Cyberpunk 2077, early on, your character gets killed and then brought back via a special device it's integral to the plot of the entire game. So that is how Keanu Reeves is actually part of the game, is because he's tied to that chip. I don't want to go too far into details, but I will say this. This is interesting because your character has to go find someone who's tied to a botched mission that happened previously. Except things do not go as planned, and the person that they're talking to in the scene that you can watch happens to be a hooker of kinds. However, in order for the hookers to be protected, the establishment put in some regulation and rules, and among them, there would be a safety word in order to disconnect the user from the hooker, and there would be a failsafe involved so that if, when the session ended, it doesn't matter how it ended, but when it ends, their memory of what happened, of the experience, would be wiped as well, to help kind of protect them as well as to keep them somewhat clean, because let's just say anything can go in the world of cyberpunk as well as in real life. Like, you put down $500 worth of your money to go spend some time with someone, you expect to get some value out of it. And that's exactly how much you have to pay in order to enter the club. $500. It's crazy. But anyway, therapy with a Robo Hooker. It's actually stated in early on when you actually sit down and go meet, and your character is just astounded by what exactly is happening. I just want to say that therapy is needed but not wanted, and processing your death in the game here is something that it's spectacular in a very interesting way. You get answers, but not answers that you want. And I think that happens in life in general. You get answers, you don't really know what the answers go to sometimes. Nor do you always want to get these answers. Like, how do I put it? There's always going to be challenges and obstacles in your life, but sometimes you have to go through different paths, different lanes in order to get those answers, or to find ways around the obstacles that are in your life. It's almost like a maze of sorts. Like some of the games where you have to, the original Doom, for example, Wolfenstein, you have to clear different areas, and you need color-coded keys for specific areas, and you have to go pick them up wherever. It's kind of like that. You're stuck here and here and here, but you have to go find the keys in order to lock the door. I want to say that the humorous part is obviously tied to the fact that you're talking about life and you're trying to find answers through a hooker. first and foremost. And God knows, I am so glad they did not go the whole sexual route. That is like 90%, half of what happens in these instances where people actually go hire them and give them money and stuff like that. Now, obviously, with cyberware and all that, people do not have the ability to maintain innocence and to protect the minds of those who are involved. That is not in existence now and probably never will be, but still, the ability to do whatever you want and to have the people's minds wiped, that is both, maybe I shouldn't touch upon that. That's horrifying as well as a blessing, depending upon who's wielding it, who has access to all that. Ugh. There's quite a few movies and subjects that talk about other people being used by others, and that's a tricky topic right there. Gamer, the movie, explored that. Warframe explores that, and there's others that explore that particular topic of people being used by others for money. Like, here, I'll pay you money, let me use your body. Boom. Moving on. I want to say the serious part, though, about talking about, or rather, finding ways to deal with your death in the game is extremely interesting because many people do not accept or acknowledge their own mortality. And that limits them as well as stunts their growth in some different areas. Notably, they tend to not look and focus on long-term goals like building, investing, when it comes to either their business, their finances, their family. There's a whole bunch of different areas that are affected by this. I want to say that those who are healthy, those who have a grasp on who they are and where they're at in life, will actually take the time to stop and deal with that. For those who are in the military, like myself, we've had to put out our wills and write down everything we need to before deployments, which was a bit of a eye-opener. Not fun, but it's definitely important just in case something happened, you wouldn't be coming back. Or at least not coming back alive, anyway. So, that's basically it. I definitely recommend you check out the video, and it absolutely sucks that I was not able to video my playthrough of that particular mission so that you could see it and see everything else that would happen in it. But there's a very good video that I was able to find, so I hope you like it, and I would like to hear your thoughts down below.